Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. So next up in the atmospheric test flight series, we have the Aegis Sabre. Now this is a stealth fighter designed as a space superiority fighter, but is it an atmospheric superiority fighter as well? As always, a big shout out to my patrons. If you like my videos, guys, and you want to help this channel, do hit that link in the description below to my Patreon page. Also, follow me over on twitch.tv/supermacbrothers where we play the game together and discuss all that's been going on in Star Citizen. Now, the Aegis Sabre is probably one of the most aerodynamic ships we have. Its cross-section on the side is practically paper thin, and with the top side and bottom side offering a large amount of lift, it's quite capable at taking turns sharply and at high speeds. Yawing, as you would imagine, is not really a viable option, and likely to get worse as they develop the flight model further. It can turn, but it's not supposed to, really. Now, the audio for the Sabre is one of my favourites. It's beefy, the thrusters sound like real-life fighter jets, and the subtle rattle that you get as you cruise along really just adds to the belief that you're in atmosphere cutting through the air, and if you listen closely, you can actually hear wind swooping past at times. When engaging the afterburner, the sound actually gave me goosebumps the first time I heard it. You hear things whirring up and boosting the engines, which pretty much makes the whole sound just surrounding your ear with a roar. The ship, along with the sound, is one that just really gets me excited for atmospheric combat. It's going to be a real challenge to hit when chasing it down, specifically due to its thin cross-section, but also its ability to maintain higher speeds and still maneuver. When rolling and pitching, you can actually see how the ship barely drifts, even when afterburning. But if you are afterburning, you can feel the ship sort of being pulled back on course. So I suggest for more effective combat turns, not afterburning, or maybe even using space brake to get a bit more sharpness to it. The G's increase dramatically if you're turning with afterburner as well, reaching highs of what I saw of 15 to 16 G's, which almost knocks you out, requiring you to just quickly adjust before it happens. I would love to see the Sabre versus Sabre fighting through valleys. It would be a real high-paced, growling battle which just requires a high skill level to maintain a combat speed, situational awareness, and ensuring that you're pushing your ships to the limits without killing it or yourself. It rolls really well, it's very responsive, it's got a good top speed, especially when using afterburner. I think with afterburner it's about 560 meters a second, which is actually 1252 miles an hour. It doesn't feel like it, but it maybe be a bit over the top that. Without afterburner, you can go about 400 plus meters a second. Currently, one issue I have found is that if you are thrashing it with the afterburner too much, the ship will cut off quite quickly and become unresponsive, as you'll see at the end. I believe what is happening is I'm just killing the power plant, which leaves me just done. That will likely get tweaked, but obviously if you continue to do that when it's even a finished and balanced game, that will happen again. I also noticed the nose drops pretty quickly as you're in atmosphere, so I suppose there's not as much lift as I thought. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that, but it's a constant thing having to pick your nose up. It's quite realistic, but I haven't noticed it with other ships. Now, although heat and atmospheric flight is still a work in progress, along with balancing the ships and performance and abilities, it still handles better than many others. We will take a look at the other popular fighters like the Hornets, the Gladius, the 325A, and every other one as well, and just sort of see how they compare. The landing at the end, if that was in the finished game, I would blow up, so don't worry, that's just going to be a bug, which I'm actually grateful for at the moment. But with that said, I will leave you with the rest of the footage flying around Hurston, let you make up your own mind on it. Remember, this is all work in progress and still getting dialed in. I personally think, though, the Sabre is going to be one of the best choices for both space and atmospheric combat. Compared to other ships in its class, it has very few trade-offs. Again, it might change over time, but for now, it's a great choice if you want to stand a good chance in action, and it is an absolute pleasure to fly it. So if you get a chance, take it out and give it a go. Also, let me know your thoughts. Anyway, be sure to subscribe and let me know which ship you want to see next. Hit that thumbs up if you liked the video and tick the notification bell so you get notified when my videos go live. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you next time.
Gear deployed. Landing complete. Shields offline. Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green. Engines online. Load bank. 2 engines.